Okay. Okay. Ten. No, 5. Oh shit. What? We good? Yeah, we're good. Hello everyone. I'm Jess, or UIJess. I just want to say real quick thank you to Retrothon for having me here. This is my first marathon, and the first time I think this version of Quackers has ever been in a marathon, so I'm really excited to show you all. Hello. I see the ducks in the chat. Hello Oliver, Luna. I saw Hale earlier. Giuseppe. Love you all. Thank you. So here we go. This game is a 2D, 3D platformer. It's pretty simple in how you play it. You get the thing, you get the item in the level, and you leave the level. And after you complete 4 levels, you fight the boss, and you got to do that 4 times to get through all the different worlds. And we're gonna do that really fast. So best version of the game. Yeah, there's like 7 different versions of this game. There's this version, which I'm playing the PC version, which also has the N64 and Dreamcast version, which is essentially the same game, but this one's just faster. Thank you. I'm really happy. Yeah, I've been playing this game for, gosh, like 5-6 years now, speedrunning. It was the first game I ever played with my dad, and it's like, I get to keep playing it, and it's fun. Yeah, there's 3 different versions that look exactly like this version. And then there's a PS1 version, which actually has been to a few marathons, thanks to Ghost Senpai, who is in the chat, I think. He brought it to a couple runs, which was really cool, or a couple marathons. So, but yeah, not this version. There's also a GameCube and PlayStation version, or PlayStation 2 version, which is like even more different. But it's got its own charm. I like this run the most though. It's the best version. Oh, here we got our first B piece. That is the item that we get in each level. And there I just walked to the end, which is how you would normally do it. But that's not how we're gonna end most of these levels. Most of these levels we're just gonna load warp out of them, because you don't actually need to get to the end of the level, you just need to exit it, right? So, you may have seen that I chose the file name RET for retro, and you actually need to have a unique file name every single time, or else load warping doesn't work. So it's like it's like a special thing where we always have like goofy names, or we're slowly filling up all the saves until we get best version. Yes, this is the best version. How dare you? So there's a lot of you know, platforming things like right there where it's like I just know the timing on it. But then there's bigger tricks like the one that's about to happen, called Milkshake Skip, where the timing is very tight. I may have practiced this 100 times earlier today just because I didn't want to mess it up. So if I mess it up right now, I will be upset. And I have to build a really crappy tower in Minecraft if I mess this up. It's this right here. And I did it. Okay. That's one of the earliest and hardest tricks in the game. It's just getting that perfect jump right there, because you can actually get caught on the side of the platform. Sub 43. Oh, that'd be cool. Right now, we're about to pass a huge barrier, like a huge time barrier in this game. Our first sub 43 minute time. I currently have the world record with a 43-minute time. 43 to the millisecond. So, we're really close to it. I haven't gotten it yet. So someone else can beat me there, but I'm hoping to get it soon. I've been playing this game like every single day for a long time. Like, what, since like late January? I've been playing this game every single day. Milkshakes have got, yeah, I got it. I'm actually really happy I got that. So, there's another cool trick coming up here. This was discovered a long time ago by CompX, and we figured out how it works thanks to Robin. But I'm gonna jump on this guy right here and go super high, and then I can just make this. Normally, you would have to wait there for it to come back down, but if you jump high enough, you can avoid the load zone just long enough so that way it loads in just slow enough so you can make the jump. And you also need to slope kick that. You can slope kick in this game, where whenever there's a slope, you just jump and you attack and it makes you kick and you fly down it like really fast, just like that. You need that to make those tricks. There's a few more like that in the run, but they come way later. Like big skips like that. So we actually got through a pretty big chunk of like the difficulty in this game. Just those 2 levels we just did. So we're looking pretty good. Every death in this game loses you between like 20 seconds to 3 minutes. So I'm gonna try not to die. Barely made that. I did it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hello. Like seeing all the ducks. I was all hyped right before coming on just because I saw everyone spamming all the different ducks, and I was like, yeah! So thank you all. Tools for movement to work for this game. Yeah, a big part of like why we know so much about this game now, about load warping, about tricks like the cycle on 2.3 that we just did, is thanks to the Rayman community, because mainly it's Robin and Spitfire, I think, that have helped us out a lot, but they've made so many tools for that game that also work over here. He's kind of nervous. I don't know. A little bit, maybe. I see you there. Alright. Actually, we're through a lot of the difficulty now, so like, usually the beginning's pretty hard, the middle is fairly easy, and then the end is where it picks up. So, safe strats. I actually did the risky strats. But look, that is a new trick that was found by Robin and Brond, who's Brond is the other big speedrunner for this game, or at least he's the one that's taken the world record from me most recently. I still have it now, but there's this weird zone around the boss that prevents you from jumping. So I figured out that if you just go around it, you can sometimes double jump and get on top of it when it comes down. Chicken eats ducks. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. What's also messed up is that Donald just killed them. So, Donald kills a lot of things in this game. Which, you know, I... Risky strats are the best strats? Yeah. Actually, sometimes the risky strats can be safer despite being risky. It's more like they feel risky, and if you mess it up, like, it can punish you really hard, but they're more consistent sometimes if you know how to set them up than if you just like wing it. So this level has 2 complicated jumps at the end, which don't seem that bad, but for whatever reason, in this game when you jump on the very edge like that, there is sometimes a chance that it will either push you forward or pull you back. And this one ledge pulls you back so often that it sometimes just kills you, but you have to go for it because it's faster. Alright. Slow kick. Oh yeah, jumping uphill is usually faster too. I think it's a little bit inconsistent at times because what you're jumping off of kind of changes how fast you go. So if you're jumping from a completely flat spot, I don't think it's faster as far as I know, but kind of need to figure that out still. Kind of need to lab it. All the music, yeah. I love the music in this game. It's way better than the other version. So, there we just barely made that. It actually pulled me back there. That was the jump I was talking about. We just made it. Just made it. You know what's kind of weird is that this run is actually going very well. So I'm not using the auto splitter, so we don't have the load times taken out. So I don't think I could submit this, but man, this is a good run so far. All right, this jump right here. I swear you can make that. I swear. You can do it in the N64 version. I have proof. But not in the PC version for whatever reason. And there has to be a way. There has to be a way to get that. I want to know. Alright. So you all have some frame of reference for like how optimized this game is. This jump right here, if you manage to not hit the box, can save like a whole second. And that has been like the main thing like hurting my chances at getting a sub 43 recently, is that I just don't have a setup for it. It's like it's really tricky because you need to go fast enough to get in between there, but you also need to not jump high enough to or high enough or low enough to actually hit the box. So Yeah, we're still doing load skips. I didn't do load skips on the first... I don't do load skip on the first level of most of these worlds, just because it's slightly faster to just walk to the end. Because the BPs just happens to be right at the end and it takes like, just a little bit less time. There's only 2 more levels in this game that we'll do that with. Everything else is going to be load skip. Alright. Just talking about me jinxing the runs? I'd never do that. I'd never do that. Clearly. What I'm excited to see is if I get easy skip this run. Easy skip is... It's kind of like milkshake skip, where it's just really tight timing right at the end of the game. But if you get it, you save so much time. So, hoping I can get it this time. It's super easy. It's not precise at all, so we'll definitely be getting it right. So, I actually think it's easier than milkshake skip now that I've practiced it. If you were at all interested in playing this game, I'd highly recommend it. I spend a lot of time playing this game. It's a really fun speedrun game, I think, just because, well, the tricks save a lot of time, and they take out a lot of the downtime in this game. Like, if you haven't noticed, the biggest breaks I've gotten where I'm not playing, like 15 seconds when I beat a boss. So it keeps up the pace pretty well. It's pretty easy to power through a run, and like all the optimizations are things that you can do and you can practice. Like, there's not really any RNG except for the bosses for some reason. Which we'll see some fun RNG in the third boss. I'm excited to show you guys that. But yeah, no, it's great. But I made a video talking about Quackers a bit, and I'm planning on releasing some tutorials just to help new runners and whatnot. If you're looking to get help with milkshake skip or anything, just let me know. And I'll help you out. But yeah, play the game, it's fun. Sometimes, like right there, you can get kind of caught on nothing. Just like weird collision. It usually doesn't lose too much time, but when you slow kick into it like that, it loses like half a second, which adds up pretty well. PlayStation version 1. I don't know about that one. So I may have the world record in PC 100% and any percent, and N64 any percent and 100%. But I will never ever get the record for PlayStation 2, because that game, it's hard. I would encourage you all to try it, because I tried it, and I have a 3-hour run, and I will maintain the bottom as the 3-hour run. Do you think the devs played? Oh, that's a bummer. Usually you want to save that the one in the middle. It doesn't really matter because we didn't get hit, and that's the big time save here, is that if we don't get hit, we can just kind of tank through the last one. See, now we can just stay still, let it hit us, and then we can kick them. I definitely think this was inspired by Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because they didn't do much like 2.5D stuff in this game, which would be kind of interesting to see, like another another developer's interpretation of that. But yeah, no, it's mainly just flat 2D or these levels, which is all I need, honestly, for this game. Alright, so these levels are pretty difficult, just like from a gameplay standpoint. There's not really big tricks in them, but they have a lot of really tricky platforming that we have to work around. Okay, there is a chance right here that we will soft lock, kind of. I can load out of it, but we might get stuck here. There is a milkshake just around the corner. Just around the corner here. And when we pick it up, there is a chance we will be frozen. And we will lose just about a minute of time. But hopefully it works. It worked, okay. I had a run last night that died there, and I was real sad. So, you can make this jump faster if you go earlier. Ron found a really cool strat for it, but I'm still kind of learning it, and it would lose like 30 seconds if I missed that, so I didn't go for it. Yeah, I think he's got a video on how to do it, or at least in their streams. No soft-like, yeah. It happens all too often. usually how the runs go is like the first 6 levels or so. Oh, there goes my camera. It dies sometimes. It's fine though. We'll save him. Let's watch. There you go. I forgot what I was saying. Oop. Alright. So, I was talking with Complex earlier today. There is a trick there called, I think it's called chandelier skip. We call a lot of things skip. But chandelier skip is part of the N64 run, which again is like the same game as this. But no one's gotten it on PC before. It wouldn't save much time at all, I don't think, but it would be cool to see someone figure out how to do that. There's a lot of little things like that, where it's like, we figured out how to use some weird collision to hover in this game. Like, you can just kind of fly on certain levels. But we don't know how to practically use it. Which, you know, is kind of important. So I think there's some weird collision on the hands that we'll see in the next couple levels that you can hover off of. And I think there might just be a chance that we can figure out some really early jumps with that. Hit the spike strat? Hit the spike strat. Alright. That's where you hit the spider web without jumping on it. The oldest trick in the book. Alright. Ooh, alright. This is going pretty well so far. Alright, this level right here is, like, from a gameplay standpoint, one of the hardest levels in the game. There's a section of it called the Gauntlet, or I call it the Gauntlet, where it's just really difficult if you don't know exactly when to move and where. Like, it has a very precise timing to everything. I've gotten pretty used to it. It hasn't been a problem for me lately, but like for the first like 2 or 3 years of running this game, like that was a huge reset point. So I'm about to save 2 frames by avoiding this coffin. There you go, 2 frames. Thanks, Robin. Appropriately spooky. Yeah. This section's called Magica's Manor. It's supposed to be like... Or it's... In the game files it's labeled as Haunted, but it's supposed to be like Magica's Manor. Alright, that's the gauntlet right there. Except for I need to make this last jump. There you go. That section is way more difficult than I made it look there. So... If you don't jump when you're off the hands at the end there, you actually just miss the coffin. So you just fall straight down. There's nothing you can do about it. This is one of the few damage boosts. Here. We get hit there so that way we don't jump up when we land on this person. The hardest level, but I haven't seen them mess it up in years. Aw. Thanks, Luna. Alright, this is the last level that we will walk out of normally. All the rest of them will be load skip. So, sometimes I like to quiz everyone on what levels we load skip on or whatnot. But I'll spare you guys. For now. Maybe next time I do a run here. Alright. So, we're coming up on the next boss, Magica Dispel. And this is one of the few instances where RNG is actually a thing in this game. There's a little bit of RNG in the other bosses, like with the Beagle Boys. I want to say Beagle Boss because it's a Beagle Boss. But it's actually labeled as Beagle Boys in the game. But are you just thinking? Their RNG is with the last dynamite. You actually don't know where it's gonna land ever. You can kind of manipulate it like I did earlier, where you break the farthest back spots, so that way there's less of a chance that they'll throw it over there, which is slower. And with Bernadette, it's how fast they will actually land, which is just complete RNG, and it loses you or saves you like half a second every time. But this boss has 2 different forms of RNG. Technically 1, but I like to think that the pumpkins that she's about to throw at us are RNG, because there is a chance they will just jump right back onto the platform, and then you have to hit them again. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to hit them again, and it loses you time. You can do it perfectly, and it won't take. But then there's these coffins. These coffins right here are RNG. You don't know which one it's gonna be. But there's 2 more sets of coffins. And those aren't. They aren't random at all. They just completely forgot to make them random. So, I know the order of them. I don't need to worry about it. It just doesn't make sense why they would, like, do it for the first one and not even bother with the other ones. This spot is a special setup. If you stand here and punch, they always fall down perfectly. You can fall through those coffins, like I just did right there, and you can die in the middle of a run, which I've also done before. So, yeah, the RNG for these coffins have no RNG, so it's not really a problem. It's just kind of, I like to think that the pumpkins do, even though I'm pretty sure they don't. And the first set is RNG for some reason. Did they not? Okay, they did. Okay. For a second, I thought the pumpkin didn't fly off. The last set of coffins take the longest to load for some reason. Alright. And we're just about done with this boss. We're on to the last set of levels now. Do you think I'm gonna get easy skip? I'm not sure. Easy skip, it's been kind of 50-50. So I'm hoping, but I can do it. I can do it. I got this. Alright, last set of levels. These ones have a lot more, like, just insta-death stuff throughout it. Like, most of the levels are just lava. We're gonna see a lot more damage boost here, because these levels actually make use of it, unlike most of the other ones. You jump on the second hand there, you actually, like, bonk into the ceiling, which slows you down there. Sometimes hitting the ceiling speeds you up, sometimes it slows you down. In that spot, you kind of walk into a wall with it, so it slows you down. Watch out for snake. Oh yeah, for whatever reason, I can never tell where the snakes are. Like in space. Like they just, I just can't tell. So I always just spam like the attack button until I hit him. But sometimes I have died to them. So this run so far, none of that, but alright. Snake's fancy hitboxes, yeah. Alright. Do you guys like how close that was? That can actually kill you if you're fast enough. Alright. This level has the hardest tricks in the game. Because I don't know why. But if you play the N64 version of this game, you don't actually have to play this level at all. For whatever reason, they made it so that way it doesn't count towards the last boss. So you can just not go into this level at all and fight the last boss. Which is pretty great. I don't know why. There's a lot of weird things like that with the N64 version where it's just like, I think it was just limitations on the N64 because the game like barely runs on the N64. But it's just a lot of like, oh hey, this is kind of funky. Like I think I'm not sure if this is only something that happens in like emulations of it or whatnot, but if the game actually like runs fast enough. Oh, we got fist skip. That was fist skip. Sometimes I don't get it, but I got it. Just clip through it. Spike jump time. Yeah, we're about to get to easy skip. Let's go. Let's go. All right, this is easy skip. I got it. Alright. That was easy skip. You can just barely make that. Oh man, I've hit... Wait a minute. I really wish we set up the load times for this, because I think this run is like ridiculously close to world record. Because I got the new strat on Bernadette. I'm actually really interested to see what the end time is. This is crazy close. Easy skip complete. Yeah, we got it. This is gonna be really close. I was thinking... Yeah, no. The only things I think I really messed up were, I missed a jump in... I missed a jump in 2-1, and I missed a jump in 2-2. That's like 2 seconds down, but I hit every skip. So, I mean, we might be like maybe a second or two off a world record. Hold on. I have to check. Yeah. I mean, I'll have a pretty good idea just from the real time of it. That was almost bad. Alright. Here we go. It's the last normal level on Retrothon. Yo, that would be insane. The first ever 42. First ever 42 on Retrothon. My first marathon. Quackers' first marathon. Like, Quackers' PC N64 Dreamcast version. Okay, but very specific. You know what? I'm gonna go for a really risky jump. I don't have this in the world record because I played it safe, but we got some time, you know, to kill. And this is pretty close. So maybe I just go for it? Do I go for it, guys? This might be it. The hard thing is that, like, if this was, it would be so hard to time. Because we have to take out all the loads. But, I mean, maybe? Yeah, just gotta go for it. Alright. I'm gonna go for it. Wish me luck. That was it. We lived. Oh, hey. Wow, okay. So, this is an interesting predicament. Can do it. Thank you, guys. I believe. This is gonna be really close. Alright, we're on the final boss. If it's over 43 minutes, it still might be a world record, by the way, because we take out the loads for our final times. So that's fair. So if this is like, I forget, is it 43, like 35 or something like that? If it's around there, that's might be world record. So
Do not be afraid. She's hanging
and before
around.
you take out all the loads. So let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get it. Bring her home. I'm trying. I can do it. All right. So this boss is not too hard the first phase or the final phase, but the middle phase is the hardest thing in this game, for no reason. That was a really good match. You can skip that cutscene there. It's less of a cutscene and more of just a little animation. By hitting A. So there I just spammed it as fast as I could. I'm not really fast at mashing, but okay. This is the hard one. Being riskier here, actually safer. Just gotta remember that every time. Oh. Good mash. We're probably gonna get healed, so I'm not too worried about taking the hit. Sometimes the bosses heal you. I don't actually know what goes behind it, because if I did, I'd use it on the Beagle boss every single time, because it's used so much faster. Okay, that was good. It's gonna be really close. I don't actually know. That was a really good mash. Alright. This is gonna be it. Time ends on the last hit. Wait, I didn't see it. What was it? What was it? What was it? Someone said... No. Oh gosh, what was it? I need to know. Well, let me check real quick. I have it up on my phone. Or apparently I don't. Never mind. But geez, that was really close to world record. 40. Ooh, I think that's within 2 seconds of it. I think. Let me see. Speedrun.com. Go. Donald.Goin Quackers. Come on. Oh no. I think it's just under, or just over. That was a really good run. Again, thank you guys so much for having me. This is the first time I've been on a marathon. That was a really good run. So, I practiced a lot for this. I've been like playing every day. So, I'll check it later. I don't know if how close that was because I hit every trick, and the hard tricks I hit well. So, I'm gonna have to check. But yeah, thank you all so much for having me. I play Quackers all the time. If you need help playing, let me know. I make art too, I guess. Make emotes and plushies and stuff. So yeah, GG's. Thanks for having me. Run ended.